Hey, what up, everybody? It's your boy Big Nick Vasquez right here, Finnish Combat Sports. This is the Finnish Ultimate Combat Sports Podcast, Episode 6. Today, I'm joined, Kiki's with me again, like always, and I'm also joined by some family, my brother and my nephews, his sons, my brother Big J Mug, my boy Chris, and Anthony Vasquez. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a family affair today. We do jiu-jitsu. We're on the grappling side, and then my boys over here, they do some boxing. Just say what's up.
Yeah, I'm Coach Jaime Vasquez, GTO Boxing, Team Vasquez. It's my son Chris.
What's up?
We've been doing the boxing thing for going on 3 years now?
About 2 years, 2.5.
Yeah, so trying to see what we can get out of that and just keep pushing.
And then the heavy hitter right here. Say what's up, man. You're good. Pero yeah, you know, we hadn't done a podcast. We hadn't done an episode in a little bit, so I hit them up because we got the Jake Paul Tyson fight coming up. I mean, obviously, you know, we want to get together. We try to get together whenever we can. It's not very often. I think it's been, but you know,
but yeah.
I hit them up every once in a while, be like, yo, we should get together, do something. So a podcast is kind of just it's good. It's perfect. And then we're actually at Alvarez Jiu-Jitsu today. My coach, Danny Alvarez, was gracious enough to allow us to use the space. I felt like it's just a more comfortable space here. There's room for us here to...
I like this couch.
You know, yeah. So I like the setting here. It's nice. So thank you, Coach Danny Alvarez, for allowing us to do this here today. Appreciate it. But yeah, a little bit about us. We can all go, you know, talk a bit real quick before we get into like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I've been talking to people about that, and some old school people are like, oh hell no, Tyson got it. But before we get into that though, Nick, we've been competing. Well, Nick has been competing. Nick's been competing. Chris has had a fight in a couple competitions. Nick had the AGF state championship. Took gold gi and no gi?
Golden gi, third at no gi.
Gold gi and the open classes? Did you do open classes? I don't know. Okay, didn't do the open classes. And then we recently had this past weekend? When was Nogi Pans?
Yeah.
We had Nogi Pans, 2024 Nogi Pans, IBJJF Nogi Pans. Came up short in his division, landed in bronze, and then went for the open class. And went like 1-1 in the open class. Didn't end up on the podium there, but it was a good experience. And that we learned. That's what we took from that is that he kind of just needs more experience. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get him competing a lot more, and I think that's going to be a big deal.
It's like that anyway. It gets like that. Whenever you're competing, what we've learned as well, we always see what we didn't do when we're competing or what we need to work on. We don't go in with the thought thinking, hey, we need this because we've been working pretty hard as it is.
Right.
But you never know who you're going to compete, and they have that one element that you needed. You know, you don't go in there thinking, hey, I'm going to be missing this, and then when you do jump in there, boom, they hit you with that, and you're like, oh, that's the one thing I didn't rely on, or that you would just figure you need more work.
Right.
Because as hungry as you would be. Because that's how we look at it. Like, hey, if you're hungry, you're gonna go in there and work hard. You're gonna compete hard, and try your best. There's others that are just as hungry, if not more.
100%.
And they're pushing what you would think was hard, and then they don't know what you're doing. You don't know what they're doing, but then you come to realize they got to be working harder than me.
Yeah, for sure.
Working
harder or just doing
easy.
Something different.
It's not easy to just go in there and just get beat like that, This weekend, at the competition that we had in Sherman, Texas, one of the guys from it was his first time competing, a young guy named Eduardo Guajardo. He's on our team. And it was his first time competing. He went in there and fought hard. Like, this was his first time. The guy that he fought was 4-1. So that guy had already 5 fights. But
that's a lot.
But our young dude was hitting. I mean, he was coming in and fighting hard.
Yeah.
But we realized he didn't have the power that the other guy had. Because there was a couple of clear hits where he should have just, to me, felt like
clean.
Yeah, like that dude should have went down with that, or dazed or something, and it just didn't have the impact. But he's only like 10, 11 years old, something like that.
Yeah, like 12, 13.
Yeah, he's a youngster, and he's
bad.
fighting hard.
Yeah.
But so he didn't take the win. The other guy did take the win, but it was, to me, it was a badass thing that the other guy came back and said, "Hey, you fought hard as hell for the first one, bro." He said, "I don't think I fought that hard on my first one."
Right.
And he respected the fact that this young cat was getting on him, but the other guy just kind of dominated more, and he beat him to the punch. It's a respectable thing.
Experience definitely matters.
Yeah.
And 5 fights to 0. I mean,
to 1.
This being his
0.
first fight to none.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. 5 fights from now, that y'all's boy is gonna be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be different.
And it's kind of a funny thing too, because all in all they started out with 30 bouts, and then some people didn't show, so they ended up with 17, and then some people, when they seen who they were gonna fight,
back down.
They knew, hey, I ain't got this one, so they just went ahead and walked out on it, and so it kind of broke it down to about maybe 14 fights, 14 bouts, and I didn't know that they could do that, but they still count that as I guess on the record.
Yeah,
but it's just funny that I guess it would take experience and the coach knowing, you know what? Yeah, we're not even gonna try this one because we don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because you got people out there that are fighting like pros even at a young age.
Right.
At our competition, I don't know if you ever heard of this little guy named Angel the Machine.
Angel Vargas?
Angel Vargas, the Machine. He's from Dallas Fort Worth there. Have you never looked into him as far as boxing?
Yeah.
That dude fights like he's a professional. Man, that boy getting it.
Gifted.
Man,
Yeah,
he's
he's like 15 years old.
We see the same thing in jiu-jitsu. Some kids are just gifted.
You see it in there, he's just in there punching hard, doing his thing. Like man.
We see it with little kids like Bea's age. So
yeah.
Bea competed at AGF.
Okay.
And man, in her division, some girl, she dominated everybody and was like doing the advanced techniques. And I was like, damn. And then, and then one of our coaches was like, yo, I think she needs to go up and she needs to move up a division.
Class, yeah.
Yeah. She needs to move up a difficulty division. She shouldn't be in this division. She's way more advanced.
She's just running through.
Yeah, and I was like, damn. And so like, Bea lost to the girl, but she had another match because they do like a loser's bracket. Mm-hmm. They do a third place bracket.
Yeah.
And I did notice that with Bea, like she realized she's like, oh, this is different. Like I seen it click. So in her next match, she was like, you know what I'm saying? And she was waiting for the ref to I could see her like, and I was like, oh dang.
Yeah.
Because I talked to her before. I was like, look, baby, nobody here is gonna be nice to you. No. There's no reason for you to be nice to nobody else. You go out there, you shoot your takedowns, you take them down hard, you hold them down, you put that pressure on them. I was like, you come out there, don't be nice. I know at jiu-jitsu, at training, sometimes you're trying to be nice. You don't want to hurt your friends. And even then, I tell her like, look, your friends want hard rounds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You don't want to hurt people. You're not trying to hurt nobody in training. Pero give them good work.
Yeah.
They want hard rounds. I told her, but out here, these people ain't you. None of these kids are your friends. When you step on those mats, they're not your friends.
They're coming for the win.
So you go out there.
Yeah.
And so the first one, I could tell she kind of like, it was just like another day of jiu-jitsu. And it is. It's just another day of boxing, another day of jiu-jitsu. You're competing. You can open up a little more. But from her first match to her second match, I noticed the difference. And then her training now, I've noticed the difference. Yeah. Like she told me she'd like to compete again. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
So, she's 8. And I asked her, I was like, after her matches, I was like, would you like to compete again?
That's what it comes down to, though, the training.
Yes.
Because some of these kids, I don't know, I see it at our gym because, I'm helping a lot of kids at our gym now. And it's like, well, let me train this kid like a kid.
Right.
When, I guess if they got it, you need to be training them like, I guess what you would say the big boys, you ain't training them like little kids no more, Because when you see some of these youngsters who really got it like that,
right?
It comes back to the training. They didn't pick that up from nowhere.
Well, like I used to help with the kids class here on the time I got my blue belt, and you would see some kids, they loved it.
Yeah.
Like it was obvious, like, oh wow, this kid done found a passion in their lives.
Yeah.
And so they were out there like getting it, like on the mats in competitions. They listen to the coaching. They're like asking questions and like trying to learn new stuff and refine techniques. You know what I'm saying? Like little kids, 4, 5, 6. You can always
tell who are the ones who really like it because they will question it.
Yes.
They will ask you. Mm-hmm. Even like with us, there's a guy there, and I noticed that he's very. He doesn't talk a lot, but when he does ask, he's a lot like Anthony. You know, he'll be like, okay, so what if I push out an inch this way, an inch that way?
Yeah.
You know, do I turn this way? Is that enough to where I go ahead and pull back? You know, when I throw my punches, you know, just they want to be precise.
Right.
To have that right impact, you know? And when they start asking you questions like that, you know they're taking it serious.
Right. They're trying to be like very.
Because I see some kids, they just go in there and they just go through the motions and they feel like they're doing it right.
Yeah.
And you could tell them 2 or 3 times, hey, you know, you need to do it like this. Tuck your elbows in, you know, certain things to where they're doing it properly and having the best effect. But for as much as you tell them, they will not get it. And they have to just keep working on it. As to some kids right away, they notice, wait, this isn't what you told me. How do I do it, you know? Because they don't want to waste months doing it the wrong way just to learn that they weren't doing it right.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah, same thing in jiu-jitsu, same thing like it. And then it's some kids are just gifted, man. They just pick it up quick. And then there's the other kids, like you were talking about, if they just stick to it, before, like, next thing you know, it's like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're kind of like, playing around and bullshitting and like, you know, and then like if they kind of just stay consistent and stick to it, all of a sudden it's like, oh damn, like homie's getting good.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Lil Davy's getting good, Lil Phillips getting good, or whoever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's like, oh damn, what happened with Lil Mike?
Came out of nowhere.
Right. And then that's kind of how I felt about Nick. Like, especially recently.
That comes more with the consistency.
Yes.
Being consistent and steady going and steady going.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Reps.
Yeah.
Mat time.
Conditioning.
Ring time. Yeah. 100%.
That being said, did you say Kiki's coming up for a black belt?
No.
No. I'll be up for my black belt soon. Nick's a blue belt. In jiu-jitsu, you have to be, you go through the kids' belts until you turn 16. At 16, you become eligible for blue belt, and then he'll go purple. Because he's a teen, like, he's eligible at every belt after a year, but we're actually gonna hold him at blue for 2 years.
So you're coming up for black?
Yes.
In December?
Yeah, it should be. My coach just wants us to. It's kind of new. It's kind of a new thing, but he been asking that everybody compete. He's like, I want to see y'all compete before I promote y'all.
That would be awesome, though, bro.
He wasn't doing that before, but it's like just trying to push people out of their comfort zones.
Yeah.
Like, you come here, you train every day. He's like, but what are you gonna do when it's game time? You know what I'm saying? He's like, there's no other sport or anything where you just scrimmage all the time and never play an actual game. He's like, let's get out there, play a game, and see how you do against other people that you haven't trained with, that you're not training with all the time.
Yeah.
Let's get you some different looks and see, you know what I'm saying? Let's see some real world.
So would y'all do other gyms come to tumble with y'all here?
No.
Because with us, as far as sparring, other gyms will come in or we go to other gyms, you know, for the same reason.
Right.
You know?
My coach is very old school. A lot of schools now, like, they'll do like they'll open up. Their open mats are open.
Yeah.
We have an open mat, but open mat for us is just like, it just means that you could come in and train whatever you like. It's not gonna be, there's no curriculum on that day, which was today. I brought Nick today. I didn't come. I came just to watch, but I didn't train today. And so today, like, you come in, and if there's people here to do rounds with, you could do rounds. Or if there's something that you want to drill and somebody wants to help you, if there's someone to help you, you can drill. Sometimes me and Nick will come in and we'll just work on stuff on our own. But my coach is pretty old school. He's like, we're not training with no other teams. He's like, why? He's like, then we're going to go out there and compete and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Know,
yeah. They're going to know, you know what I'm saying, that they beat you in a training round or something like that. He's really old school about that. He's like, look, I want to train with my team. And then, like, he doesn't make a big deal about it, but sometimes, because people will go train at other places, like go do open mats at other places. Yeah. And he don't make a huge deal about it, but he'll be like, why are you going over there? He's like, if you're training, come train with your team. He's like, we're a team. We need you. If you're training, we need you here training with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
the thing with us is, like, from my point of view, we all got this. If we're all working out of the same gym, you figure it's the same technique, right? Right,
yeah. You know each other's game.
So, so I want to try to see what the others have. You know,
People at
what
the
is
competition.
what are they doing that we're not doing,
Yes.
or how are they working
Yeah.
it? You know.
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
figure it's probably the same thing they're thinking. You know, let's go try out these guys, see what they got, what's their take.
What he does encourage is we have affiliates.
Okay.
So we got one right here in Arlington up the street. It's called Flow Arlington. They're mostly they only do nogi. So we train gi and nogi here at Alvarez, and then Flow Arlington over there off of Matlock. They're only nogi, nogi submission grappling, but they're an affiliate of ours. So like if they host a class, we could drop in over there. If they do an open mat, we could drop in. They'd be like, yeah, they're teammates. Like we're all affiliated. And then
the jiu-jitsu circuit is just growing so big, though.
it is. It's still niche. It is still niche, but it's bigger than ever right now.
Because they,
And it's
even like where
growing.
we're at, closer to West Dallas, No Cliff, there wasn't so many gyms over there that were doing jiu-jitsu, and now we've noticed that they're getting more
past
and more.
few years.
What's the name of
Yeah,
that gym
yeah.
that we went to check out on Forward Down?
Oak Fit. That was in
Nah,
Oak Cliff
that
over there
was
in Bishop Arts.
Yeah,
Oak
but
Fit.
they got another one. I think it's Aztec Jiu-Jitsu,
Oh, yeah.
Action Bishop Arts, and the one that's on Forward Avenue. He said he was from Brazil. That he came from the Gracie team.
Orale.
I forgot his name. Montoya? Is it Montoya?
I think I do know of a guy over there. Right there by where that Minions used to be.
No,
Oh,
right
those old
there by
apartments?
Sylvan, kind of. Sylvan and Forward Avenue. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I know
He's
what you're
got a
talking
big
about.
gym, and them and a couple of others. But I noticed right now, even on the drive over here, there's way more over here in this area.
There's a bunch. Yeah,
I was like, wow.
Dallas has a pretty big jiu-jitsu scene, and a lot of like big time schools here, old school guys. Out in we got a super old school guy, like a legend, Machado. That's out, but that's out towards like the
What's his first name?
Carlos Machado, Jean-Jacques
Yeah, I
Machado.
heard of him.
There's some brothers, Carlos Machado or Jean-Jacques Machado. I think Jean-Jacques is no, it's Carlos Machado. I think he's out in like the Farmers
I
Branch.
think I've
area.
heard of their name before.
He's out in the Farmers Branch, but they got affiliates too. And then in Dallas, I think one of the big ones in Dallas is he's just been around here for a long time. I'm not sure what his lineage is, like who he. It might be Machado or something, but you got like Moeller Jiu-Jitsu in Dallas. They got a big school in downtown. And then you got over there off of Ross in East Dallas, you got these dudes. They're an affiliate of Marcelo Garcia. Marcelo Garcia is like one of the goats. MG Dallas, dude named Rob Abels runs a school out there. MG Dallas, that's a good place. They've been around for a while. There is a bunch of places though. There is a bunch of places around here.
Yeah, it's getting bigger.
And then we got Coach has Vasquez Jiu-Jitsu. Some black belts under him. They're brothers. They're also Vasquez.
in Grand Prairie?
In
Yeah.
Grand Prairie.
Yeah, we went and sparred there
they're
with
grown.
one day.
Yeah.
went and sparred.
Right.
Oh, boy gave Mijo some good action too. Mijo gave him a run for his money too, though.
Yeah.
The young one.
Jordan
what's
was
his
telling
name?
me.
The young guy, what was his name?
Diego.
Yeah.
The owner?
Whatever.
Yeah, sure
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Diego. Yeah.
Diego
Shout out to
Vasquez.
Diego.
Yeah. Diego and his brother George. That's their school.
I don't think his brother was there at that moment, but there was another guy, an MMA guy there. He trains with Jordan.
Yeah. He had a fight coming up, and
Yeah.
he won.
Yeah, he's been
Knocked
the
winning.
dude out.
He's been winning left and right, bro. From what I've seen.
Knocked the dude
Who's
out.
Hell?
No, not Suhail.
I followed him on Facebook, but I can't remember his name just off the top of my head.
Jordan posted it. I seen it. I might have followed him too. I don't remember.
Yeah, he gave Chris a little run for his money too.
I try to show a lot of people. One of his
He had a
main,
crazy uppercut that they just look wild to me, man.
like unorthodox.
Like just long arms.
Yeah.
Like he was throwing it, he was leaning to the side and throwing it like this. I was like, man, how you throwing it all the way from under there? Like, whoa.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
He was
just long,
catching you with it?
just
Yeah, he
long
caught me
arms.
with it a couple times.
Just long arms. It's crazy. Like, have you seen that guy on TikTok? He comes in and he goes boom, boom, boom. I was like, whoa.
I haven't seen
And he
that.
caught the dude with that. He says on there, unlock the new punching technique. It was a pop, pop, pop.
Like ducked his head and
Yeah,
threw it up.
got
That's
him.
a trick.
Like, man.
So
You
that
gotta
would be
have
kind of
long
like a
arms
hook,
to
huh?
do that. You gotta have like some long arms.
Yeah.
Boom. And that's how it reminded me of that guy with his uppercut, because he would go like this and he'd go, wow. Like, man, what?
That's a trip. He was Jordan was telling me that one of his main dudes as a pro boxer was not there.
Yeah, he
What did
did
he
say
that
that.
fool's name was? That fool had a unique name. Nation. Yes. That fool's name. I said fool's name. I said the dude's name is Nation. He's like, yeah, that's his name, Nation. I'm like, yo, that's a cool name. That's a trip. That's a cool
he
name.
told us about him.
Nation. He said the dude's good. I haven't seen him yet. But
I actually wanted to get Chris to start working with Jordan a little bit, but we've been kind of
caught up.
Yeah.
No,
Are you still training with him, Kiki?
We haven't been lately. He hasn't been lately. We've just been training a lot and competing a lot, and I've been working. So if I gotta work like Sunday nights, we don't make it out there. Hey, I didn't hit him. I should have hit him up today and told him we weren't gonna make it. It's cool either way. But I usually try to hit him up. If I know I'm not gonna be able to make it over there, I'll hit him up in the morning or the day before. Too. Yeah, he is. He is good.
You want to start doing some boxing competitions, Kiki? No.
He was saying that he could probably get him up to speed to where maybe y'all could work. He's like, give us some time and we could get you up there where you can get a little work in with Chris.
Man, I need that word, man. We trying to spike Kiki.
Pero también it'd be like, you know what I'm saying, y'all come up in here and try to roll with us or something like that. You'd be like, what's up? You know. No, hombre, pero you know what? I wanna, I don't know, I'm gonna have to see what happens when I get my black belt. I would like to open a school, bro.
Anthony and Chris get to sparring sometimes, bro, and it gets good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'd like to see that.
I just need to get Anthony reacting more. But as far as like running drills, everything, he runs through that, bro. It's just
gotta open up.
I don't really want him to fight heavyweight because he's fighting these dudes that are 6'2", 6'3".
Right.
You know, their reach is way up there.
Yeah.
At first, we didn't consider that, and then another coach was like, bro, some of these dudes 6'3", 6'4", way too tall, bro. So I was like, man, let's cut him down. So we just kind of been working on that. But he trains every day, though. He pretty much.
When I trained for a little, you remember when I trained for a little bit at the Anita Martinez? When Nacho was there? I don't know if he's still there. Is he still there?
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
Pero it was a long time ago. I think I was like 18, 19.
He actually moved to, I think, Empire Central over there. That whole crew moved to a different rec.
Do they still got boxing there?
Not at the Empire Central one. They have the, we were boxing with Adame Boxing, Carlos Adame, when they first started, right there at the Anita Martinez. But he went on to retire, and his son is still boxing. But as far as Anita Martinez, there's a guy there. He's just doing like fitness classes.
Oh, right.
They're not sparring and like
they're not sparring or
cardio boxing.
Yeah.
Jab.
Yeah.
Like, let's go uppercuts.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah. I trip out on that.
They're not competing in like USA boxing or nothing like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool if you just want. It's cool for staying.
You just want to stay in shape.
Right.
It's still a heck of a
and
workout.
You pick up a little something, I guess.
I mean, it's a heck of a workout, but it's not like.
Right.
You're not gonna get technique off of that.
And then regular people don't really don't really understand that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's like dudes that just think they can fight. Like, step into a gym. You'll find out. Step into a gym, you'll find out.
The funny thing is, when we were boxing with future champs, Thomas Lowe was the coach over there. He's a good coach. Dudes would come in and just feel like, hey, man, I got it, man. Like, I want to go ahead and spar. And he'll be like, bro, you don't got it. You don't want to spar. And he look at dudes like Chris or a couple of boxers there, let me go with him. I got him. And you could hear him, if they come there, man, I'm going to knock this dude out, watch. And then they come out beat up and they be like, man, I try to tell you what, it's not the same. But there was one guy there, he was so funny to me because he did not have any technique, he swore. But somehow he went and got licensed as a pro.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember? He would go in there with his boy, and his boy had the camera, and he'd be like, man, make sure you get me doing this, make sure. And I kind of tried to show him a little bit. At the time, I wasn't certified as a coach, but I was kind of trying to show him, stance, how to, proper techniques. But I don't know, he was like more of a street fighter, I guess.
You talking about that kid that used to come in blue?
Yeah. And
it's because they see dudes like Deontay Wilder.
And he would tell coach all the time, Nah, man, I got it, man. I'm telling you, man, I'll fight anybody here. But nah, he's one of those dudes who would be in there getting beat up the whole time, and he would just wait for that one lick, and he'll hit you hard, boom. But it wasn't like he was knocking you out or anything.
Right.
But, he would get that one lucky hit, and he was like, I told you I got some.
That's a trip.
Yeah, it is.
That's a trip. You see those jiu-jitsu videos where dudes will come in and be like, hey, man, what's up? Like, they want to challenge the black belt in the room or something like, or they want to challenge the instructor, the coach. Bro, I've seen videos of like purple belt women choking dudes unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like strong dudes that look like, you know what I'm saying? But you get like somebody who's really good, a competitive girl who's like purple belt and trains a lot, like and is legit. Because the belt don't always mean that, like, you know what I'm saying? But some people are just they're just serious.
Yeah.
And it's like, you come in there and then they don't take it serious because it's a girl. Next thing you know, she's on your back choking you out.
And then now in Dallas, they got a couple of underground leagues that are coming up. And them dudes are fighting hard, don't get me wrong. But they got some of them, I guess you could just show up. I don't know if you've seen them online.
Like smokers.
Is that what that is? Because I think they had smokers. I think they did a smoker through USA Boxing not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Golden Gloves did, and that was the name of it, the smokers.
You could just show up and they'll put your name on the list?
I don't think so. I think you still had to be registered with USA Boxing, but they got like some like guns down, gloves up type thing. You just show up. So not all of them are training, but at the same time, you got a couple of them that have been training. Yeah, like that.
I trip out on those videos.
So those guys be thinking they're gonna just sign up or go to our, gyms like ours and clean house, and it's like, bro, it's a difference. It's a big difference.
I be watching those Street Beats videos, like,
Yeah.
Like, what would happen?
The funny thing was,
what would happen if I went up in there?
We were gonna take. We went one time because they
to Street Beats
to go check it. They had said it was gonna be a free event, so we went to go check it out. It didn't end up being a free event, and some of the
was that guns down, or it was something like that, or what?
It was a Street Beefs.
Oh, okay.
It was the actual Street Beefs.
Where was
they had it in West Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, they had it in West Dallas. The dude,
like in someone's backyard, okay?
They had a warehouse.
They had a warehouse. That's
the tattoo guy, Mighty Mouse, is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was there. We actually met him right quick, but
did you jump in there?
No, we didn't.
This is
what you think? You think you could like some of the Street Beefs dudes up? For sure.
There was a time when I thought I could. Can Chris do it?
I was talking about that.
Yeah, bro.
I be watching them videos. I be kind of like, I don't know, man. Some of them dudes look like.
I thought you were talking about like me. I'm like, bro, I'm getting kind of old. You know what I'm saying? I had
some of them videos
test me recently, and
I watched those videos.
The reaction wasn't as fast.
Right.
Now we went to another underground fight after that.
Oh, we sure did. Which one, is that the businessman?
Yeah, businessman.
There's a guy that we know that he goes by businessman on Instagram, and he hosts a lot of them. And that one, they were fighting, but it was the same thing. It was like you could sign up and register, but it wasn't a lot of. There was probably a couple of them that you could tell that had been training, but nah, it's not the same. They going in there and they trying to knock each other out just
right. Yeah.
They trying to hit it.
Some of those videos you see now, and some of the dudes you can tell maybe they train a bit.
Yeah, someone
come in.
Someone on our team that used to go to those underground fights, they told me one time said back then it just used to be random dudes come off the streets, they'll sign up for a fight.
Yeah.
But then some of them actually started going to gyms and getting some actual training.
Well, like dude, like Jorge Masvidal, the UFC guy.
Oh yeah.
He started like that. He started like that in those backyard fights when the Kimbo stuff.
Yeah,
the dudes that used to do the fights with Kimbo, they would put on like fights, and he came up like that. Like Kimbo, you can watch you can watch one of them old ass videos. He's in one of them videos, and it is just like some wild stuff.
Have you ever seen those fights, Anthony? Yeah, Kimbo Slice goes hard though.
I mean,
I seen like a documentary of him and I guess some of his people from his team on Netflix, but it's been a while back. I guess if you know what you're doing, there's money in that too, though.
It was a trip when he did the Ultimate Fighter. He got...
Yeah, it was...
Yeah.
See, but that proves exactly what I'm saying. It's a whole different fight. Yeah. Because you see that dude, Big Country, when he did the Ultimate Fighter, he let him down and he was just like, I got him.
Right. Boom, boom, boom.
He wasn't even hitting him hard. He just kept tapping him.
He was just like peppering him.
Yeah, like showing, hey, look, I'm already winning.
Like
I
he knew he was
won.
going to. Yeah, he knew already.
Like, there's nothing he can do. I got him locked in right here. And if I was really hitting him, I'd just bust his face all open. You know?
That was the thing. He had no ground game.
Yeah. He didn't.
And
Not at the time.
Big Country came out, and Roy Nelson was legit.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever got a title shot or anything like that, but he was legit. He knocked that tall ass dude out, Stephen Struve. He fought this tall ass dude named Stephen Struve. They call him the skyscraper. Homie's like 6'10", 6'11", maybe.
Big old tall.
Maybe 7 feet. Yeah, long ass dude. And then they did like I don't know if it was like a preview or if it was just something they showed before the fight. They showed him preparing, and it was his homie. He was preparing with his homie, and his homie was holding these like long ass tools with the gloves on the end, like. Because Stephen Struve had like
a long reach.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was like, but he showed what he was gonna do. He was like, look, he just threw the overhand, like ducked under and threw the and that's exactly what he did to him. That's knocked him out.
Yeah,
it was cold.
Wow.
It was cold. So he was a jiu-jitsu black belt and he had hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was maybe 6 feet. 5'10", 5'11", maybe 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And homie was like 6'9", 6'10", like tall as fuck.
How do you even reach the dude that be like?
He just ducked his head. He literally just ducked his head under the straight and threw the overhand. And boom, hit him right on the chin. Rocked him and then just pop, 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 followed up. And they stopped it. That was it. They're like, hey, Roy, big country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a trip. So what y'all think? Are y'all gonna watch the fight?
the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that fight.
Not a lot of people are talking about it right now, though, huh?
Nah, right.
They're not.
They haven't been talking about it.
We're thinking about going, but them tickets kind of went high. They went like from 100 to 200, just boom. But I had told Anthony we would take him. I wasn't expecting for him to be that high, but if nothing else, we'll find somewhere to watch it and
You think Tyson got it in?
kick back and eat.
I think Tyson got it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna talk bad about Jake Paul and say like he's not a boxer like that, because he definitely progressed in his skill. Like his technique and everything is on point. But I mean, his story is just phony, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing about Tyson is man, that's Mike Tyson. You know, him and Roy Jones had a fight like 4 years back, and Roy Jones said, man, when Tyson punched him in the chest, he felt like he was getting kicked.
Oof.
I mean, he's still in good shape.
Power's the last thing to go. Power's the last thing.
Don't get me wrong. I look at whatever
Jake Paul,
and he's a big dude too, bro. You know, he's doing his thing, but
he got big as fuck.
but he got fat, really.
Yeah,
but when I look at all that,
like really thick. Yeah,
you know, they start talking about the no knockout clause and all that, and
Supposedly that's not real though.
I don't know, bro. Have they ever showed the contract? They don't show.
Yeah, no, they showed the rules. They said that there's going to be no headgear. It's going to be on the professional record, and knockouts are allowed.
I think his first couple fights were exhibitions, like the fight with Nate.
Nate Diaz, no.
No.
I guess it's not necessarily a no knockout clause, but
like a gentleman's agreement.
it's a different pay.
Yeah, they
pay
said
bracket.
something like that. Like if he loses, if Jake Paul loses within certain rounds, then
they're not gonna pay old boy so much.
yeah, like if he knocked him out in the first round, they wouldn't pay him as much.
Because I guess they're going more for the entertainment side. And
Right.
So
I feel like Mike don't give a damn, though.
he said he didn't.
Yeah, he did say
I
that.
feel like, and then I think Mike really don't like him now at this point.
He said on one of his on like a TikTok or something video that I seen on Instagram clip, he was like, "Man, I got money. I don't give a damn about the money I'm going in here."
I think he had said on
Because he said he wants to show him that boxing ain't something to just take lightly. That you could just come in and think you're gonna take over.
Yeah.
No,
And
it's
the thing
not
is,
like
he
that.
hasn't fought anybody like Mike at this point.
Yeah, and even on top of that,
Like
look,
nowhere near it. Even how old is Mike? Like 55?
yeah, man, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Mike's still the strongest hitter that he's ever gonna probably
yeah,
fight.
don't get me
probably.
wrong. I'm not trying to downgrade Mike, but
that he's fought so
Mike's
far.
an old
Like,
man already, though. You know.
Yes, bro. But also
Yeah,
like
but
medical science
experience, though.
and medical science has come a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if Mike's like. I wouldn't say Mike's. I don't think he would need to be, But for sure, he's got a team that's got him locked in, like his body and everything.
Yeah.
Who are you going with, Anthony? Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Knockout?
I would love to see Mike knock the fuck out of Jake.
Mm-hmm.
I would too. I would too.
And the thing is, like,
that would be some shit to see.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I was at this comedy show last night, and Eddie Griffin was there, and D.L. Hughley was there.
How long? Oh.
And I was backstage, and Eddie's a trip. He got.
Where was that at?
He got drunk and was bullshitting at the Texas Trust Theater. He got drunk and he was bullshitting around, and then
Eddie Griffin.
Yeah,
bro, but that's a real one though.
Yes,
that's a real one.
Yeah, bro,
right
he's
there.
cool as fuck. He's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I like him because he's straight. He's
and I was like,
he ain't trying to hear it.
I was like, who you got? Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. He was like, what? He's like, you asking me that? Like, and then his people were like, bro, if you gotta ask, he's like, you might need to be knocked out. I was like, God damn. And he was like, Mike. And then his boys that were with him. He was like, bro. He's like, Jake Paul got nothing on Mike, dude. He's like, Mike is a boxing genius. And he is.
Mm-hmm.
So I never watched Mike fight when I was a kid. Like, because I was like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And then, even then, like, that was kind of around that time, I think, 12, 13, 14 is when, like, the George Foreman thing happened, where he bit his ear. Was that George Foreman?
No.
Evander Holyfield. And so, but I don't remember watching. I remember people always talked about his fights, and like homies would buy them.
Well, it happened so fast that you probably wouldn't get a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
So everybody would always talk about it though, and my teachers would talk about. And I had this one teacher in 6th grade, Mr. Singleton, and he used to be like, "Mike don't really know how to box. Mike just hits hard as fuck." So when I grew up, like somewhere in my 20s, when we had cable, ESPN Classic used to always show those Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
They would run marathons.
Yeah.
Best of Mike Tyson, and it was always the whole fight.
Yeah.
Because the fights were like a minute or two.
Yeah.
So they would run these marathons, and they would show the intros and everything, and so you'd be watching the whole. And then when I started watching those, I would DVR them. This was like 2008, 2009, 2010, around there. I would watch them and I would be like, holy shit. I would watch those fights like, damn. Because you could see that he wasn't just throwing like these big one-punch knockouts.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the knockout here was the one that got him.
It was a skill the way he would set it all up.
Right.
The way he
it was always combinations.
Yeah.
It was like, bah, 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 bah. He would light up the body and then like, wow.
He'd create that opening.
Woo. The hand speed, the head movement. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you, like Anthony trains peekaboo style.
Yeah.
The conditioning that you have to be in just to shift like that, like he does.
The core.
Tyson weights. I'm
core
telling you
work.
something, Tyson's probably one of the fastest heavyweights there is.
Have you seen those videos where he's showing them how to pivot and work his angles? Just to be able to shift and boom, 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 boom. You gotta be in damn good shape to keep.
He did like an online tutorial on it a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, so a regular pivot is, you turn on the balls of your feet. The way he does it, he's practically both feet are moving.
Body. Yeah.
You know,
the hips are turning.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. For you to continue to do that and at a pace that he does it at, it ain't easy. You gotta have damn good condition.
Y'all watch those fights? Y'all look those fights up like, are they on YouTube? They're probably on YouTube.
We look them up all the time.
I used to be in school just watching those fights.
I used to watch. I would DVR them and I would just play them all like for hours.
Not just his, but we watched a lot of different fights to see certain skills. The Lomachenko, the Plants.
Yeah.
The
Benavidez.
Guys that have a different skill that it's not always the same.
Right.
I when somebody told me about Lomachenko, I started watching the way he works his angles a lot.
Yes.
He keeps that, and to me that's like, whoa, he's dominating just like that. He's dominating just off those angles. They can't get him because he stays at that.
Yeah, he'll be behind people all of a sudden. Yeah. You're right. He'll be right. Quick. Yeah. That's a trip, right? What his pops made him do that Russian dance.
Yeah, his pops made him quit boxing to pick up dancing for a little while when he was
footwork,
6.
Right?
Yeah, just for the footwork.
That's a trip. But he's a trip. He's very like it's unorthodox. It's unique.
It's different. It's a different technique.
Yeah.
And then but I definitely think Mike Tyson is gonna. I think these people are, to me, I don't think they're ready for what's gonna happen.
Right.
They're thinking, let's say he does decide to keep a gentleman's agreement or whatever and say, you know what, let's entertain the people. Which I don't see that because I see him not giving a shit. He's going in there to shut this dude down and say, hey.
I don't think Jake can really take those punches.
So far, you've been playing boxing.
Yeah.
You've been playing.
Fighting basketball players and
how long are the
fighters.
rounds? Huh? How long are the rounds?
Average rounds 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
But I think they're doing special rule. I think it's 2 or 3 minutes.
Average round is 3
remember.
minutes.
But I think they're doing different. It's like a different rule set. But they sanctioned it, so it is.
I mean, it's like when he knocked old boy out, and that basketball player dude. He didn't have nothing.
What's the name of Nate?
I can't even remember.
I don't remember.
Name, but you're comparing this cat to Mike Tyson, like.
And then kind of like, obviously, a lot of people want to hate on Jake Paul. I don't necessarily want to hate on him. I get now. I don't think he's got nothing for Mike.
His ego is just way too big.
The experience is just Mike was born to fight.
Yeah,
Mike was born to fight. He's just not nowhere near that level.
Well, when you think about a person like Mike, he grew up fighting because he had to.
Yeah,
when you see dudes in the hood, they grew up fighting. Back in the 80s, it was not like now. Even us when we were kids, and we would go to West Dallas Boys Club. Well, you better learn how to fight.
Right.
You better figure something out. And then for him to go from that to start getting trained by Customato,
they said that fool used to hypnotize him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know he used to talk to him a lot.
Like he was a big mentor. So he would tell him, you don't exist. You are like you are boxing. You have a task. You are the task.
Mm-hmm. Well, he would put it in his mind.
You're gonna go in there. You're gonna destroy. Like you're gonna win.
Yeah, he would program him.
Yeah, yes.
Program him. Right. This is what we're coming to do.
Yeah.
And they say when he was running, he was just such a like I said, the dude just knew how to. From what I know, he just knew how to talk and influence. Mm-hmm. And he knew when to do it, and with the right technique and delivery that it got through to this guy, and he was a beast, man. I mean, when you could take a guy from the hood who's been fighting and really train him, man.
And convince him, you're the fucking best in the world.
Yeah.
You were born for this.
He is cold.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got dudes that never made it to the pros that are legends, like in West Dallas, that were in the penitentiary.
Right.
They got in trouble. If they grew up fighting, but some of them was, if they were able to get a chance to come, I mean, they're older now, but if they would have got a chance to come home and jump in them rings, they would have been doing some things.
And it's like somehow like Customato seen the potential and believed in him, and then like infused that belief in him.
Yeah.
And made him believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal. Like you know what I'm saying? Because he was so close to Customato. Like he adopted him, right? He moved in with him. Yeah. So like that was like, I'm sure it was like his pops. It was like his dad. I'm sure they actually loved each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a father, son, brother, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And then that amount just to believe in him like that, and then like convince him like, hey, I believe in you. You know what I'm saying?
That counts for a lot. When you find somebody, when you come from an area where nobody's ever really believed in you with their full being, to somebody telling you, hey, I got you.
Yeah.
That counts for a lot,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as far as like Jake, I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good boxer. He's not in good shape.
He's young and up and coming.
But his thing was more, to me, from my point of view, opportunity to make money.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was, because it started off as fighting Deji, K-Side brother.
Yeah, because he's making more money than the average boxer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's making millions.
Millions. Self-promoted.
Yeah, so it's like you got.
That's the thing, the self-promotion.
And truth be told, they, whether it be Canelo Alvarez or whoever, they peeped that game from Mayweather.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
The
why do I have to fight somebody who's gonna beat my head in or kill me when I could set up an entertainment, make it look good, invest a couple of mil, and make 10, 20 mil back?
Yeah.
Because that's the reason why Mayweather is still one of the highest paid fighters.
Yes. He's doing those exhibitions now. Like in China or Japan, right?
I wasn't impressed by the exhibition they had not too long ago.
With Floyd?
But he took that home. Was it the Gotti?
Yeah, Floyd
Mayweather and Gotti? I mean, he took that check home.
Yeah. I didn't see that one. But he's doing them often, I guess, right? He's doing them like...
I'm not really sure, but that one was on... we seen it online, and it went the full thing, but it was like... It wasn't very impressive to me.
I've been listening to Joe Rogan, and he's been talking about it. He's like, yeah, he's just having fun. He's just having fun. Like,
that's what it looked like.
He's getting paid. Getting mad paid.
Yeah.
I was listening to somebody, and they're talking about that Mayweather does that really just to keep his 50-0 streak going. Just to keep that, he's getting paid, he's building his record up, and he's not taking any losses.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's like I seen a lot of people online who complained afterward, but it's too late.
So who did he
fight?
The
goal is already set.
Who was it?
What was it? Like John Gotti's nephew? Grandson?
Yeah.
John Gotti's grandson, great grandson.
And the dude really boxes though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that like in Japan or that was here or what?
I think it was overseas in Dubai.
Yeah, right.
I think it was in Dubai. Yeah.
Yeah, the Arabs breaking bread.
But he was not. That dude was nowhere in Mayweather's class. He was nowhere even close.
Up until now, the way I
not to me
with Jake Paul, up until now, the way I felt is like, oh well, he's just. I mean, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this to you before. He's a young boxer. They're trying to build his record. They're trying to gain him experience. I feel like he's fighting guys who have fought before. He's not fighting like high level boxers, but no young guy with less than 10 fights is going to be fighting high level boxers.
Yeah, it's true.
He's going to be looking for people at his experience level, or his coach and or his manager may even be trying to match him up with people who they know he could beat because they're trying to build the record.
But it's also the entertainment thing. Yeah, they're building his record.
It's a cash grab.
But the truth is, okay, let's say I bring in whoever, and he's got less than 10 fights. What makes Jake Paul's fights sell?
Him.
The entertainment.
Yeah. The fact that he's been having a following since back in the day when he was doing YouTube and Disney Channel.
YouTuber, man, I want to see that. So it's like.
And now he's
I'm gonna give you an example. If I was to say, man, I'm gonna take 2 Chainz and put him up against
Jeezy
or whoever. Who ain't gonna pay to see that?
Yeah.
50 Cent, man. 50 Cent will whip 2 Chainz.
50 Cent's in shape, right?
50 Cent's some damn good shape. He used to do boxing.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably does some boxing.
Yeah.
That's like in the Texas rap scene right now. They got Sauce Walker and that forward cat. What's his name?
Levant.
No. Just came home, man. Dude always in trouble. I forgot his name, man. He used to have Go Yayo.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're rappers out of Texas and whatever. They got a beef going on all over Instagram. So it came down to, okay,
let's do a boxing match.
Yeah. Put your gun down. Come over here to Jay Prince's boxing gym. And we don't even need to do the cameras if it's just on some good shit.
Like just
we'll just box it up. Yeah. And, but if you really just want to go at it, we'll pull out the cameras and everything. And you got supposedly Goyeo never showed up. But who wouldn't want to see that? Who that's in the rap scene wouldn't want to see that?
Right. Yeah.
Anybody who follows Sauce Walker, man, what? Man, I'm gonna check that out. That's $60 worth, man. But they gotta have to fight hard,
Yeah.
So that's how I look at Jake Paul. He can He can sell a ticket.
It's really about the money, right?
Yeah, he can sell a ticket.
I mean, he does look. He has been looking better in his later fights. Yeah, he does look like he's improving. He looks like he takes the training serious.
Oh, he is now.
I see.
Yes, right. But yeah. Someone else. That's one of the dudes last night was telling me. They're like, bro, it's about the money for him.
Yeah. But he's working his way up to the seriousness. I think.
and now he's talking shit. So now he's like the bad guy. He's the heel. He's playing the heel now. So now it's like the people that like him are gonna watch him because they like him, and the people that want to see him get knocked out are gonna watch because they want to see him get knocked out.
But it goes back to that shit.
But it's all making money. Still, all eyes are on him.
Because even like with the look at Ryan Garcia, you know, he was being calm and he was being humble, following in his Christian ways.
Yeah, he went crazy.
But that wasn't selling tickets. Yeah, he went wild.
He went crazy, right?
Because that wasn't selling tickets. But now they're like, he's in there. Oh man, fuck these dudes, man. Let's go get fucked up. And now, you know,
what do you think
it's got him everywhere now.
What do you think was happening when he was talking about, when it looked like he was actually having some kind of breakdown?
It did, because for a while it looked like he
was just struggling with something. Okay.
Nah, I think he probably just did that. I don't know, just have people on the see some. Yeah, I think it was just an act.
Sometimes I think he just does it just to get people talking, to keep them talking.
He's trying to get the eyes on them.
Yeah. Just keep them talking. You know what I'm saying? Just keep them talking.
No publicity is bad publicity. Something like that, right? I
to
feel
me,
like
some shit is like, oh, I should have done that. Because I'm not going to do shit like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He looked like he had lost his mind.
Yeah.
But you know, they said the same thing about Muhammad Ali right before he fought Sonny Liston. They thought he had lost his mind too.
Because he was talking a lot of shit too.
Was that around the... And he was already like... He had already converted at that time? Or that was when he was converted?
Nah, I think he was still Cassius Clay when he fought Sonny Liston.
I'd have to look into that, but you're probably right. But
why? He kind of just changed... His persona changed? Or he kind of just took a different...
Nah, he just was talking.
I don't know.
Crazy,
they just thought he was crazy. Like they did they had to like evaluate his brain and everything. Like they just thought he was crazy.
I think it was because of the basis that nobody had been doing that like him, talking crap like that, and
yeah. Mike Tyson was always just crazy.
Yeah, I realized Mike
Tyson was though. He was a trip. I'm gonna eat his kids. Praise be to Allah.
What that fool
like,
say?
Woo, damn.
What he say? I'm gonna rape you. You gonna like it?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna fuck you till you love me. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Like damn, hold up, playboy. You went hard with that one.
Woo,
right?
Chill.
Yeah, there was a time.
But that's all head games, though. You know what I'm saying? That's all head games.
Mike Tyson was insane.
I've been down south. You tell me that. I'm stabbing. Pulling out his shank. We ain't doing no bikes and shit.
Nah, Mike Tyson was crazy, man. You know, there was a time when they said he used to be like he used to be in his locker room crying for his opponents.
I have heard something like that before. Yeah. Like he didn't want to hurt him.
Well, you can't think about it, man. I mean, I seen an interview where Roy Jones said he hit this dude, and as soon as he hit him, he knew
something was wrong.
Yeah, he hurt him, and he knocked the dude into a coma. I mean, think about that. You're really going in here just to get paid and do something better for you and your family. You're not going in there to hurt nobody to where they might not be able to get up no more.
Yeah,
you know. Sure. So if you happen to get that lick, bah, and then it's like, oh man, he's not gonna walk anymore. Ah man, that would be on my conscience, bro. You know what I'm saying?
There's a thing in jiu-jitsu where like it's fuck man, I don't want to break somebody's arm or break some. Well, right now some dudes are like into the breaks. They're looking to break you. So it's kind of like, ugh.
But that's kind of a dirty game though.
Oh,
like you gonna break my arm?
No, because some people won't even tap.
Some people don't want to tap.
Some people like there's like heel hooks, for example. It'll tear the knee, the ACL. It tear everything up. Some people won't even tap to that.
They'll just let it go.
Okay, so in a situation like that, is it? I'm gonna let you hurt me where I won't compete no more.
That's the thing. That's at like a
be
top
out for
level.
a while.
That's at like a
top
for a while. That's like ADCC Worlds. Like,
well, right now there's a thing going on. It's called I think it's called PFL or PFG. Like it's like a professional. It's teams. It's single fights, but there's teams.
Oh, I seen that. Like a tap type thing. They're taking turns. It's like a 3-on-3 type thing.
No, they're doing individual matches, but it's team points, I think.
Okay.
But they also do that. There's another one called AIGA.
Where it's like 5 of them at the same time and they're going harder.
Oh, that's that Russian shit. That's that Russian shit. They're doing some wild shit in Russia.
Yeah.
They're doing that phone booth boxing. They're doing car jitsu. Where like they're choking each other. Yeah, they're in a car. and they're trying to choke each other with like the seatbelts and stuff. They're doing jiu-jitsu. They're trying to use the jiu-jitsu.
Right there.
Yeah. No, they're doing wild shit in Russia. No, but this is just like so they have some where it's team based. It's 5-on-5, and if you win, you stay in.
Okay.
So you're trying to beat the other 5 before they beat your 5, and then
like a derby type thing.
Right, but this I think it's PFG. I think it's called PFG. This a new thing. This is like their second or third. They do it like a season, and they're doing individual matches, but it's team points. So you win, okay, that's points for your team, and then and they've been doing those matches. They do a draft. And then they do the matches, and they've been having a lot of breaks, like people not tapping, and then just dudes just ripping shit like. You know, and you hear it, and they'll post the clips like, hey, sound on, and you hear that.
Well, like with us, that's how come Anthony said he didn't really want to compete a lot because he hits too
want to
hard,
hurt somebody.
man. He already, how many
like
times
that?
have you tore that bag down already over there?
What?
3 times, probably.
Yeah,
He'll be hitting the bag and he'll break the chain off of it.
like 3 times already, bro.
And the chain breaks?
Yeah,
What the?
Nah.
yeah, bro.
Hit him with some power.
The
huh?
boxing, yeah, like 3 times, just in the past since February.
Just from like rocking the bag?
Just from knocking that sucking and
Ooh.
the pressure from the punches, it pulls on the chain and it breaks.
Woo.
Yeah, bro.
You got to get him on one of those real punch meters that measures the PSI.
Well, that's the thing. He said you don't know if he really wants to, because even like when they spar right
don't
there,
even trip though. Like
when they
everybody
spar right
knows.
there, they don't got nobody really sparring him because he's not well. First of all, he's a heavyweight, and then he hits too damn hard. Like,
Woo. Got to put everybody.
but it's
on
not
notice.
me, but him. Like consciously, he
Put
doesn't want to
everybody
hurt
on
anybody.
notice.
Yeah.
Nah, but when you go out there to fight, like if you're going to compete, you can't let that bother you. There's this dude, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but he was like, I'm a nice guy. He says, but when I compete, I have an alter ego, the bastard.
Oh yeah, I
The
remember.
bastard don't give a fuck about you. The bastard will break you. The bastard will choke you unconscious. He goes, and that's just something I have to do for when I compete. Because I'm a nice guy. I don't want to hurt nobody. I like jiu-jitsu. I love jiu-jitsu. I want to compete. I want to be the best. He's like, so that's kind of how I deal with it.
Yeah.
I created an alter ego. The bastard.
Wow.
I forgot that fool's name. Man, I can't think of his name right now.
And you know the funny thing with us, like during the competitions, their headgear and waist gear. And I was talking to the lady who coordinates the fights, USA Boxing, and she was saying, you know, the point system. They were explaining that, and she said, it's not easy to knock somebody out with that headgear and everything.
It's not.
Oh,
There's this young cat at the competitions we're going to.
Man.
He's been knocking them boys straight flat, knocking them out.
Knock him out.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Usually, so in the booklet, it will say how you won. Like when you, if you won or lost, it'll say, you know, like,
KO.
yeah, it'll say like,
TKO.
you know, split decision,
Ref stop.
RSC, which is a
ref
ref stop, and then a KO. And most of the time, like if you like when the fight stops, it's using RSC, you know, ref stops contact. So it fucked us up when we looked this dude's record up in his last fight, and they said it was a straight KO.
Oh.
I was like, man, he must have really put that for the sleeve.
Wow.
And then he actually sparred with Chris, but man, the dude he got a lot of power.
Wow.
Dude got a lot of power.
Short dude, man.
Is he got like thick legs or what?
I mean, he's
actually
pretty muscular, man.
He's lighter than
He's
Chris.
short,
though.
man. He's like
He's compact.
he's like 130. He's fighting at like 135. But I mean, like my first
Stocky.
competition.
Yeah.
At my first competition, I remember I was looking around trying to see who I was gonna fight. I'm looking around the lines at the weigh-in. I look over and I saw that foot, and he was short and stocky, man, but like face like all tatted up and everything.
That's what caught my attention
Yeah.
too. He's all tatted, like all on his
Like
face.
all on his face, his arms
This is the
everywhere.
kid.
The
The
young
kid.
dude.
Like, he's
yeah.
like
He's not gonna
23.
be- This is the kid.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
he's
be what?
about 20, 22, something.
Yeah,
Quietly.
he's young, but man, I remember when I saw him in line, I looked over, I said, man, hell nah, I hope I'm not fighting this dude. I looked at him, I said, man, hell nah.
And look like he gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
But when you talk to him, he's cool as hell. Like, you know, he
Yeah,
talks
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Laid
Why
back.
is he out there? He just tied it up like
He
that.
just like,
he just-
likes
yeah.
it.
Was he locked up or something?
I
I don't know.
Probably.
But when
not,
he
though,
got
right?
in that ring and he boom, boom, I was like, oh damn, shit! I
knocked the dude out.
Did you see that, man?
I was right there warming up. He was the fight right before me.
It was over so quick. I was like, oh,
in the first round. The fight had just started. I'm warming up in the pads, and I look over, and the dude's already laid out. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like 30 seconds in?
Quick.
Yeah, more or less, something like that.
Straight chin. Bah.
What's his name?
Donovan McGill.
Donovan McGee.
No, McGill. They call him Buzz.
Shit, right.
He's like Irish or something?
Nah. He's I guess he's
black. He's mixed. He's black. I think he's mixed though.
Donovan McGill.
Yeah. He's cold boy got some.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
Got a lot of power, man.
And then 2 weeks later, he knocked somebody else out.
You don't see a lot of like smaller weight classes. You don't see a lot of knockouts in those lower weight classes like that.
You might see well, there was a couple where like they went to the belly, dude, you know,
dudes up.
but like just KO.
Right.
You know, that was really hitting him in the chin, putting him to sleep. But you know, they say there's a lot of accidents in them lower weight classes because they lack water in the brain. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll dehydrate.
They cut.
And then cut weight. Yeah, so they say them lower weight classes, there's a lot more accidents, a lot more deaths, and you know.
They get some good competition going though.
The lower weight class is probably where the main money's at right now, because you got people like Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Pitbull, you know, Devin Haney. So like the main
145, 135.
Yeah, like I want to say like those are welterweights and below. I want to say they're fighting at like 145, something like that. I know Tank is fighting at like 130, 135. Pitbull too.
We got another competition coming up in December.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get Nick into something.
December the 7th in Lancaster.
We got Waco coming up. I think it's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, we'll drive all over there?
23rd and 24th.
We're gonna drive.
You competing?
Days. I am. Yeah.
Really?
I think we're gonna drive both days. We were gonna try to get a room bet on shit, man.
Anthony was talking about probably doing jiu-jitsu, remember?
It'll be tight.
You think you can handle that?
Yeah.
I thought about picking up another sport like wrestling or something.
Yeah.
Because someone told me like
for the conditioning.
Yeah, someone told me that a boxer can't beat a Muay Thai fighter, but a boxer that knows how to wrestle can definitely beat a Muay Thai fighter. And
you take him down.
This is someone that does Muay Thai telling me about this, and then so I thought about it, but something that someone told me was that them wrestling, them cats in wrestling don't be wearing deodorant. They have like full hygiene because they when you try to grab them.
I actually haven't been wearing deodorant lately.
Wow.
Not like all the time. Well, that was it. This was good. So what? Real quick. So who y'all got? Mike Tyson. Y'all think Mike Tyson gonna do it?
Yeah.
What y'all think?
I think so.
Mike Tyson by knockout. I got Mike Tyson by knockout. I'm gonna just call it like Mike Tyson by knockout. What you got, Ann? What you think? Yeah. Mike Tyson by knockout.
What round?
First round.
Old
school style. Bro.
Really?
That's
that'll be a bitch.
Old school style.
That'll be a bitch. First round knockout.
Yeah.
That'll be a motherfucker. And I'm gonna be like, I told y'all.
He's either gonna finish it right away or he's gonna push it all the way through.
Really?
I don't think he's a bullshit like that.
You don't think he'll work towards the middle? Really?
I mean, because at his age, the cardio might be an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
So he might.
Yeah.
Right.
He's gonna have to get
come
like
out strong.
first or second round.
I could see him coming out strong and trying to knock him out.
Finish it right up
I
top.
could see him maybe like at the third round, maybe fourth round at the latest.
Yeah.
I'm saying first.
I don't think Jay can take those punches.
I say first or second. I'm gonna say first or second. I'm gonna say second round.
Yeah,
What do you think, Tweezy? First or second, third, fourth?
Second round. Mike Tyson. That's me. Mike Tyson, knockout, second round. That's what
If it was you, what round? If it was you fighting him, what
round would you like, Jake?
First one?
Oh, wait, hold on.
First one,
You talking about who would knock out Jake Paul?
If Aaron was in there with Jake Paul.
I thought you were talking about if Aaron was fighting Mike Tyson.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Now, who do you think would win in a fight? Mike Tyson or, what's his name, George Foreman?
Right now?
Ooh.
Right now in the prime.
That'd be tough to call.
You seen that video where Foreman was hitting that bag? He was like, man, I'm not too old.
He said he was ready for a comeback again.
Foreman was a big time power puncher.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna tell you something about
that hammer fist.
Because earlier you were talking about your teacher said
Then Mike Tyson just hits hard.
Man, that was Foreman. Don't get me wrong, Foreman was a hell of a boxer. He was a hell of a fighter.
He hit
but he wasn't
as a motherfucker.
As far as boxing goes, I don't think Foreman was like a hell of a boxer, but he was definitely a hell of a fighter. He was just big, you know what I'm saying? So
I'd have to go back. I don't think I've seen any of Foreman's matches. I'd have to go back and watch.
Okay, well, it was insane because Foreman just had a real heavy hand, you know. So he'll walk. That's why Muhammad Ali said he fights like a mummy with his hands out just like this, you know, just walking towards you.
Boop.
Right. He had a heavy hand. He had, you know, saying he was hard.
Shit, right. He's just backing you down.
Yeah.
Trying to corner you and knock you out. Yeah.
But we appreciate you having us out here.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? It was fun. I had fun.
It was fun. I like. We should do it again. We'll do it again. We'll do it again sometime. We get together in a few weeks or whatever and do another one. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we always talking about jiu-jitsu. So it's good to have y'all on. I got more of the boxing knowledge. And I want it to be everything: boxing, MMA. I haven't been following like UFC and all that lately.
Yeah.
But, so
what about the Cowboys?
Fuck all that. We're not talking about the Cowboys. We're not talking about. I don't want to talk about it.
It's gonna turn depressing when we talk about the Cowboys.
They already caught Dak saying we suck and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a clip of him. Man, we suck. Saying on the sidelines.
That's probably why he took him out for
CeeDee Lamb was requesting to move.
They sat him out. Oh shit! I didn't know that. That's a clip.
Yeah.
They might as well just start rebuilding. They might as well. I don't want to talk about it. They might as well just start rebuilding. But that's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I'm Big Nick Vasquez.
I'm Nick Jr.
I'm Chris Vasquez.
I'm Coach Hyman.
This is Anthony Vasquez.
And this was the Finish Ultimate Combat Sports Podcast, episode 6. I'll throw in the socials and stuff. I'll put some graphics up on the socials on IG. Hope y'all enjoyed it. See y'all next time. Bye.